If you are looking for a gaming PC build for esports titles, I made this specific PC just for those type of shooters. If you play Valorant, Fortnite or CS2, this PC will allow you to play at 360 plus FPS on average, making it great to play on a 360 or 240Hz monitor. Throughout this video, I will show you benchmarks for different titles as well, and not only esports titles but also high demanding ones. The links to this PC will be down below in the video description. Also, I'm going to be giving a PC like this one away, and that's going to be the top link in the description. With that being said, let's start. First, I will briefly talk about the components, and don't worry if you are new to PCs because I will explain everything, and in the end you will have benchmarks. For the GPU, I picked the RTX 4060, and the reason why I picked the 4060 instead of an AMD GPU is because the RX 6700 XT, which is similar in price to the 4060, is going to be slightly worse when it comes to Fortnite. But if you don't play Fortnite and your main game is another esports shooter, then I will recommend you another GPU in this video. Then for the CPU, I picked the Ryzen 5 7600. This is an amazing 6-core 12-thread processor that is very affordable, and the best thing is that it's very power efficient. So you actually do not need an aftermarket CPU cooler if you do not want to buy one and save around $20 or $30. Then I have an aftermarket CPU cooler. As I said before, it's not necessary, but it's going to make the aesthetics look better. And this is the AK400 from Deepcool, which is going to make the noise levels go down and a more quiet PC overall. Then for the motherboard, we have the MSI Pro B650 motherboard. This one is going to be enough not only for this Ryzen 5 7600, but it's also going to be enough for a CPU more powerful like the Ryzen 7 7800X3D if you decide to upgrade down the line. So it's not only great for right now, but it's also great in terms of upgradability over time. And the best part is that it's very affordable as well, so this entire PC is not going to be super expensive and it's going to give you plenty of upgradability options. Then for the memory kit, we have 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, 6000 MHz CL30 timings. If you are new to PCs, you are probably wondering what the fuck is this, like what are these numbers? Don't worry about it, it's very fast and that's the most important thing, and it's going to allow you to play at very high frame rates. Then we have a 1TB SSD, which is plenty of storage and it's a Gen 4 SSD, but if you want to upgrade to 2TB down the line, this motherboard has two M.2 slots, which means that you can upgrade the storage pretty easily. Then for the power supply, we have a 650 watt power supply. I'm going to link down the US version of this power supply. The reason I got this one is because it was the cheapest in Europe, because I live in Europe, but if you live in the US, there are cheaper options that are better quality, and those are going to be in the description. And last but not least, we have the case, the Montech Air 100 ARGB. It comes with 4 pre-installed fans. As you can see, it's a beautiful case and it has plenty of airflow. And in my opinion, it is very important that it comes with 4 pre-installed fans. And the reason why I say that is because fans can become quite expensive as you add them yourself. So having 4 pre-installed fans is going to make your life easier, less of a headache when installing it, and also less expensive. This case is going for around $60 when recording this video. And remember to check the links in the description for the latest prices. Right now we are going to go with the benchmarks for different titles, but before doing that, if you are enjoying the video so far, click the subscribe button, it helps the channel a lot. Now let's go with the benchmarks. Now we are testing Valorant at 1080p low settings. At one point it was reaching 1000 FPS on practice mode, and the reason why I didn't test it in-game is because I was banned for some reason, and I don't even know why because I barely play Valorant, but it's whatever. Over 1000 FPS at some point, around 800 FPS on average, so in-game you can expect at least 500 FPS on average, making it very possible to buy even a 500Hz monitor if you wanted to, which is a very expensive type of monitor, but if you want to buy one, you will be taking full advantage of it. Anyway, Valorant is a very easy to run title, so now we are going to test a more high demanding game in Hogwarts Legacy, and after that I will show you more benchmarks for more high demanding titles and also esports games like Valorant. Now moving to Hogwarts Legacy on ultra settings, no DLSS on, no ray tracing enabled, just ultra settings. It was able to average around 100 FPS. Now on this game, the performance, so the FPS will depend on where you are on the map. So if you are in a more high demanding area, you can expect from 65 all the way up to 80 FPS on average. So it's safe to say that you will be getting a very smooth 80 plus FPS on average experience. Keep in mind this is a very high demanding title. Now let's see some more benchmarks. First, let's talk about the esports titles. I tested 8 different games here, as you can see on the screen, and the A game total average is 407 FPS. But here you can see each individual game in case one of these is your favorite for you to see the exact FPS average. Keep in mind that most of these are in low settings, which is probably what you're aiming at if you're going to be competing. Anyway, well over 360 plus FPS. And then if we take a look at high demanding titles on a 7 game average at 1080p, of course, it was able to average 88 FPS, and this is with DLSS or frame generation off. There's no upscaler enabled. Here as well you can see each individual game for you to find if your favorite title is here and see the exact FPS on average that you are going to get. So now let's talk about pricing. This PC is under $1,000, going for around $900 at the moment. Now the pricing might be different depending on where you're from and also depending when you are watching this video. But honestly, for under $1,000, as you can see on the benchmark, you are getting a great PC not only for esports titles, 360 plus FPS on average, but also for high demanding games, which is amazing in case you want to play more type of games. So in conclusion, if you want to buy a system that is a very complete system for under $1,000 and you mainly play esports shooters, I recommend you buying this one. It's a very good computer, and remember, I am giving a PC like this one away inside of my community when we hit 10 members. It's only for my community members, and that's going to be the top link in the description. If you have more or less money to spend, I highly recommend you watching my video on the best PC builds of the entire month for every budget and every resolution, in case you want to play at 1440p Ultra, or maybe you want to higher up the resolution to 4K. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.